Welcome back to 10 Island Gaming. Today we have 2400 points Lizardmen versus Tomb Kings, and this is my army. For general, I have a Slum, BSB, Lore of Life, Disciples of the Old Ones. He has Becalming, Cogitation, and the Reservoir of Eldritch Energy. He also carries the Channeling Staff, and the spells he rolled up are Throne of Vines, Flesh to Stone, Regrowth, and the Dwellers Below. For heroes, I have Saurus Scar Veteran. He only has the Talisman of Preservation, otherwise light armor and shield. For core, I have 2 units of Skink Skirmishers with Javelin, and then 2 units of 10 Skink Skirmishers with Blowpipes. Then I have Saurus Warriors, 27 of them with full command and hand weapons. Then I also have 2 Salamanders, Hunting Pack. Then I have 1 Ancient Stegodon with Sharpened Horn, and just 1 Baby Stegodon with Sharpened Horns. Then I have 26 Temple Guards with the Banner of Eternal Flames. And this is my 2400 points Lizardmen army.
Welcome, this is my 2400 points of Tomb Kings. For Lords I have 1 level 4 Nekahara. He goes with just a Dispel Scroll. And I have 1 Lore of Death. He runs Talisman Preservation because I need to spam spells with him, so I think it's better to have some saves for him. Then I have 4 heroes, 1 Necrotech and 1 Tomb Prince with, we'll see, wait. He got Great Weapon and Dragonbane Gem and Enchanted Shield. For core, I have 2 units of 18 Skeleton Warriors, just with shields, and I have 5 units of Fast Cav Skeleton Archers, and for special I have 38 Tomb Guards with Banner of Eternal Flame, and for rare I have 1 Casket of Souls, and I have 2 Skeleton Skull Catapult with the upgrade, and I have 1 Necroswings. And I rolled for my Nekahara, Incantation of Protection, Incantation of Vengeance, and Incantation of Righteous Smiting, and Incantation of Desiccation. And for my level 4 Death, I rolled Doom and Darkness, Soul Blight, the Cares of Lanif, and the Purple Sun. Yes.
Lizardmen deployment.
The final deployment for Tomb Kings.
For Lizardmen, turn 1, moved up the Skink Skirmisher, and basically move everything up and into position for shooting the Carnosaur and the Skinks to threaten the catapults over there. And turn 1, end of shooting and magic. I successfully cast Throne of Vines, and then after that I cast Flesh to Stone on my Carnosaur, and then we got in Dwellers on his horsemen, and I killed 2 of them, I believe. Then we flamed down 1 of them, and these Skinks didn't do anything. Neither of the Stegodons did anything as well. So, and this one got a misfire, so 2 Skink Handlers died. So Lizardmen turn 1 is done. Over to Tomb Kings.
Turn 1, movement phase. I moved up my Fast Cav a little bit, and I moved up as much as I could with my Skeleton Warriors and Tomb Guards. And here I moved up a little bit with my Fast Cav. I put my Necroswings behind the house there, and hopefully my Casket and Skeleton Skull Catapult can hit this Chronosaur, hopefully. Yes, over to shooting and magic phase. King's turn 1 was not that successful. Got very low roll to my magic phase. and I tried to 6 dice Doom and Darkness to this one to give him 3- to his leadership, so I can shoot it down with my skull catapult. But I managed to kill my own skeleton archer, horse archer, 2 of them. I killed 1 skink over there, and yes, nothing more happened. Turn 2, Lizardmen.
Lizardmen turn 2 movement phase. I charged in the Carnosaur into the horse archers. Then I moved up the skinks just to get in line of the catapults. Also charged the ancient Stegodon into the horse archers, and I'll probably try to overrun over there to his skeletons. And then I just shuffled around, got the flamers into position to shoot down his tomb guards. And yeah, everything else just shuffled around, moved up the skinks here to be able to shoot down the archers. Onto shooting and magic phase. End of shooting and magic, Lizardman turn 2. I tried to cast Dwellers Below on his tomb guards, but he used a Dispel Scroll. Then I threw Flesh to Stone and managed to get it on my ancient Stegodon. For shooting, I used these flamies to whittle down the tomb guards quite heavily. So I don't know, is it like 13 wounds or something on that unit? Yeah. From both of them?
Yeah.
Then I killed that lone horseman archer with the skink javelins. And then the blowpipe skinks managed to kill everyone but 1 of the horseman archers on the left flank. So pretty successful. And then yeah, in the skeleton unit of the warriors, they died quite much. So yeah, it's going good. Now it's on to close combat. Turn 2, end of combat. I charged the ancient Stegodon into his horse archers and killed them and overran 8 inches. And the Carnosaur over here killed the other horse archers and overran, so we will be getting on the board in my remaining move phase in the next turn. Now it's time for Tomb King's turn 2.
King's turn 2. I had quite some charges. I charged with my Necros Wings into his salamander there, and I had my Tomb Guard charges the flank of his Stegodon and my Skeleton Warriors in front of him, and I positioned the 1 skeleton horse over there just to do nothing, and I backed 2 inches with my skeleton archers, skeleton warriors. But they are quite few now, so it's quite bad looking for Tomb Kings. Phase and shooting phase for Tomb Kings. I managed to get Incantation of Protection of on my Tomb Guards that give them 5-up ward save. I tried to shot with my Skull Catapult into the Salamander, and I failed. I scattered to the Skinks, but he managed to save them. So that's quite bad, because I really wanted to get the Salamander off the table, because after this combat they are quite in danger. And yes, that was it. Yes, my skeleton horse archer didn't do anything. To snipe with my casket on the Salamander as well, but I got quite low roll, so it got dispelled. So it's very unfortunate. Yes, go to close combat. But Tomb Kings, I managed to make 4 wounds to this Stegodon, and I managed to kill the Salamander with the Necros Wings. Now over to Lizardmen.
Lizardman movement phase, turn 3. I just shuffled around here just to get a better view of the Necrosphinx. I moved up the Salamander to flame down his Hierophant unit.
No!
Over here I moved the Carnosaur to get into the charge arc of the what's it called? Casket of Souls. And then the Skinks just managed to get a view of the catapults. The other Skinks is moving up the flank to shoot down his Hierophant.
Looking dark.
Now we'll go to Shooting and Magic. Shooting and Magic, Lizardman turn 3. I managed to get off regrowth and got 2 wounds back on Ancient Stegodon. And for shooting the skinks here, I managed to do 2 wounds on the catapult. The skinks with blowpipes managed to decrease the Hierophant's unit, but not by much, a couple of wounds. And this fire beast did some wounds as well to the Hierophant's unit, but not enough to wipe them off completely. Otherwise, not much happened. And let's go to close combat. Lizardmen, turn 3, end of combat. He killed the Ancient Stegodon and reformed, as you see. Wants to kill the Salamander, I believe. So he
Hopefully
changed up the arc. Now over to Tomb Kings.
turn 3. I had some charges to declare. I tried to charge my Tomb Guards into his Salamander there. He fled and fled over the house. And I tried to redirect into his skinks there, but I failed the leadership test, so I had to follow his Salamander over there. So yeah, I had a really bad position there. I charged my Necroswings into his baby Stegodon. And for the remaining moves I just moved my fast cav just to shoot his skinks down. Yeah, and that was my movement phase. Let's go over to shooting and magic. Shooting for Tomb Kings. I managed to get this off into my Hierophant unit. I tried to resurrect as much as I can. Incantation of protection that they gave them 5 up ward save, but I only got 2 models back. And I tried to. I actually cast Incantation of Vengeance, D3 movement, and he needs to take a dangerous terrain if he charge, flee, and pursue, just to hope that he gets a 1. And I got Incantation of Desiccation on this baby Stegodon that gave him 1 minus to strength and to toughness. And for shooting, I shot down just 2 skinks with my skull catapult, and I actually only got I only killed 1 temple guards, and they succeed their leadership. And I killed 1 skink with my fast cav there. And over to close combat now. I won the combat by 3, and I chased him down. So I pursue 6 inches. That was really good for me, or else I would be charged into the flank with this. I think it's Temple Guards. No? Yes. Yes. So that was good for me.
Lizardmen turn 4. I charged the skinks into the catapult, the Carnosaur into the Casket of Souls. I moved up the Temple Guard unit with the Slan and also the Saurus Warriors. The skink moved into position to the Necrosphinx to shoot him down. And I managed to rally the Salamander to get him in position. The other skink units moved into his Casket of Souls. And now it's time for...
Looking really bad. And yes, I think we can see who's gonna win this. It's very, very bad for Tomb Kings.
Time for magic and shooting. Lizardmen turn 4. Magic and shooting. I managed to get Dwellers Below on this unit of Tomb Guards and killed 9 of them. Otherwise I shot with some skirmishers into the Hierophant units and killed like 3 of them. Nothing else happened. I tried to shoot down the Necrosphinx, but he made 6 sixes on his ward save, armor save. So yeah. Otherwise, let's go to close combat. Yeah, so end of combat, my Carnosaur killed the Casket of Soul and overran. And my skins killed 1 of the catapults and overran into the second catapult. Now it's time for
Looking dark.
Tomb Kings.
4 Tomb Kings. I had 3 charges. This Hierophant unit charges his skink. unit, and my fast cav charges the rear. And my fast cav charges the rear into his skinks, just to hopefully I can help the skull catapult to survive. I just turn my tomb guards to facing the temple guards, and I moved up my necrosphinx. Hopefully I can get a rear charge and some stomps. This is looking really bad for Tomb Kings. My Hierophant unit is almost dead, so that was... I hopefully can kill one unit before they crumble and die. That's why I charged them. I had no else to go. Yes, over to magic and shooting phase. Magic phase, Tomb Kings. I had a really good roll this turn. I managed to get Purple Sun to his Temple Guard unit, and I killed 11, I think it was. Yeah. Very, very good. And I managed to snipe his Slam Priest, and I got off 4 wounds actually on him. So it's only down to 1 wound left. Very, very lucky. And I resurrect, I think it was 5 Tomb Guards, and they have 5 up ward save, and they also got 1 extra attack. Yes, that was the magic phase, and for shooting I had nothing. So it was a really good turn for me. Combat, and here it was a tie battle, so it didn't happen anything. And here Tomb Kings won by 1, and Lizardmen managed to succeed his leadership, so they stay there. So my Hierophant unit is quite in trouble. Over to Lizardmen's turn.
Lizardmen turn 5 movements. The Skinks are remaining. The Saurus Warriors and the Temple Guards charge into the Tomb Guards. The Carnosaur charge into the Hierophant's unit from in the rear. The Skinks with blowpipes just got into position to shoot down his Death Mage unit. And they're still in combat, so that was
very good to have some close combat as well. So
Lizardmen shooting. I shot down like 2 units, two models in this unit with the blowpipes. And for magic I tried to cast Regrowth but got failed. I needed 8 but I only got 7 on 3 dice, so yeah, lost concentration and end of magic phase. And end of turn 5 in close combat I got my ass whooped. The Lizard Warriors died like 8 of them, and 2 Temple Guards, and he won combat by 4, I think.
Yes, by 4.
But since I'm stubborn, I stuck around. Now it's on to Tomb Kings.
It's turn 5. I had 1 charge, and it was the Necrosphinx into the Temple Guard's rear. Yes, head over to Magic Phase. Magic Phase, Tomb Kings. I tried to cast Incantation of Protection, but it got dispelled, and I tried to cast Incantation of Righteous Smiting, and it also got dispelled. So nothing happens in the magic phase. Head over to close combat. 5 close combat. Tomb Kings had a really great close combat phase. I managed to kill this Saurus Warriors, and I pursued with my Necrosphinx, and I ran them down. Yes, that was pretty much it. So yeah, close combat.
Lizardmen turn 6, I just tried to save the game, let's hope it works. Moved around the Skinks just to shoot in some more. I charged him with the Carnosaur. And then I moved the Skinks into position to shoot his warrior unit with the Death Mage. And let's just hope it works out. Man turn 6, shooting and magic. I shot like 50 shots at the Skeleton Warriors, managed to kill like 3 of them. And then I also tried to cast Regrowth, but he dispelled it. But I got off Flesh to Stone, which gives this Carnosaur toughness 9. And then of course he got 2 additional 6 save, which is like, I don't know how many saved this game.
Five sixes I have saved, so he should supposed to be dead now.
The unkillable Necrosphinx. So let's go to combat and see if I can do anything. Lizardman turn 6. The Carnosaur was the hero and came in and killed the Tomb Guards. They crumbled. I think they lost by 9 or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically that's what happened. And then now it's time for turn 6 Tomb Kings. I'm just afraid that he will cast Purple Sun.
Why do you think that? Turn 6. I don't have any choices. No moves, it doesn't matter. No charges. In hope I get the Purple Sun off into his Temple Guards unit. And maybe his Chronosaurus. We will see. Head over to Magic Phase. Phase Tomb Kings, turn 6. I managed to get Purple Sun off, and I killed 4 of the Temple Guards, and I killed just the Chronosaur, not the
Rider.
the rider, and he saved all the skinks. And now for the miscast, I miscast it and I failed, and he sucked into the warp. So by that I think I lost the game.
Just to summarize the game, Lizardmen won with a very small victory. It was extremely close, but it was a very fun game overall. If you want to see a special battle report, like specific races or anything like that, any scenarios, just give us a chat and we will try to make it happen. And also follow the page and yeah, stay updated, and you will see more battle reports from 10 Allen Gamings. See you next time.